Statewide, the district attorneys have a 98.5% conviction rate on these types of cases. That means that the average defense attorneys have a win rate of 1.5%. That is not our win rate. Our win rate varies each year, but we're about 40 to 60 times higher, and here's why. Public defenders usually handle above 350 cases per year. There are only 220 workdays in a year. You start doing the math. The average person probably gets less than an hour with their public defender when they have a serious felony case. The rest of the time, the public defender is in trial. Private attorneys, depending upon the attorney, probably handle somewhere between 80 and 125 cases a year. The typical criminal defense attorney is paid a retainer and immediately tries to get the best plea bargain that he can for his client. I've learned from experience this is not the way to do a case. I represented a grandfather one time who I believed was guilty. However, he never told me that he was guilty, and we prepared the case for trial assuming that it was going to trial. As we prepared the case, my investigator found a Catholic priest who he just knew had information but wasn't talking. Well, we went back and we went back and we went back to the priest and got no results. The young lady making the accusation was 13 years old and claiming that she only had a sexual experience one time in her life, and that was with her grandfather. On the fourth day of trial, the Catholic priest turned over letters to our investigator in which she claimed sexual experience with some 40 members of the church. Once the district attorney saw the letters, the case was dismissed. See what would have happened if he had plea bargained before the case was finally prepared? In the Clancy Litigation Group, each attorney handles 8 to 12 cases a year. We treat each case like a murder case. In fact, the sentences in child molest cases are many times longer than in murder cases, except for those murder cases that are getting the death penalty. We start preparing the case for trial on day one. We scan in all of the documents and all of the police reports. We then index them so that we have control over the file. We take audio tapes and videotapes and we digitize them, put them into the computer so that they can be used later on in courtroom presentations and for closing arguments. During the first reading of the police report or any other report, we create what is called a jobs list, a witness list. We index all of the documents and we make outlines of all witnesses. Now, we can teach you anything that we do. There is no big magic about it. Our philosophy is to involve you in your case preparation. The district attorney will make offers to settle, even if you don't want an offer. Our philosophy is to educate you so that you can make an informed decision on whether to go to trial or whether to take a deal. The decision needs to be an informed decision rather than one based upon fear or ignorance. There is hope.